अस्सलाम वालेकुम व्यूअर्स, कैसे हैं आप सब? आई होप कि आप सब बिल्कुल ठीक होंगे. As all of you know, this interview series is supported by Rehan Foundation, a series of peace and part of Connected Pakistani. So, connecting the world प्लेटफॉर्म से आज हम यहाँ क्रिस्टी स्लीप के साथ मौजूद हैं और इनसे इनके बारे में, इनकी लाइफ जर्नी के बारे में जानते हैं. तो चलिए इनसे बात करते हैं. हाय क्रिस्टी, हाउ आर यू?
I'm very well, thank you. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. So first of all, tell us about yourself in detail.
Oh, okay. I don't know how much, not too much detail.
Okay.
Okay, so I am really, first of all, I just wanted to say thank you very much for being such an amazing connector, connecting the world. It's so exciting to live in this time where we have the ability to share, living in Australia and talking to the people of Pakistan and the rest of the world. So thank you for having me.
Thank you.
Yeah, yeah, it's a beautiful sunny afternoon over here in Sydney. So, and I've just had a really lovely lunch with my mum, and so yeah, and now it's a beautiful being able to talk to all you guys as well. So, yeah, so thank you for having me on, and I believe that we're going to talk a bit today about how women can empower themselves to look at, using the power of online and being able to work from anywhere with our phone and being able to empower ourselves to create change in our life. So that's kind of where I'm coming from on this side.
Okay, so before this, I want to know about you. How was your childhood? Please share any best memory of your childhood.
Okay. Any share anything about my childhood, did you say?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Um, hmm. Well, I suppose I grew up now with hindsight, as an adult, it's easy to look back and see that my childhood was very good, It really was very quite simple, but very, very safe and very, very nice. But as a child growing up, I suppose I felt a bit different to that because I lived in a family with just my mum and my brother. But my uncle used to live with us, and my nan, my grandmother, and we lived in a shared house, together. We all lived together, and I always used to think that I was sort of one of the poorest kids in the neighborhood, and all of this stuff, which is just like all this stuff that kids have in their head, which is not actually true. I used to
Okay.
think that I was like strange and everybody else was so normal and that I was so different. But really, now I'm almost 50. I look back at that sort of stuff and realize that those things are just a figment of our imagination. They're not true, but it shapes you, I guess, into a different person, maybe. So yeah, as far as my childhood is concerned, I believe it was, pretty good, very nice, really. I lived in Australia all my life, and yeah,
Okay.
very lucky.
So, what you always wanted to be?
What have I always wanted to be? Um, I would say that it has changed throughout my life. So I don't think I could say that I've always wanted to be something. In fact, I don't think I knew what I wanted to be when I was young. I don't think I really knew what I wanted to be until I became a mother. I never wanted to be a mother really, but I ended up becoming a mother, like choosing to. But then I had children. I've got 3 now. So while I was, during that phase of having young children, I really, really wanted to be a really good mother. Although I think I struggled to juggle everything because I I still wanted to work at the same time, but I also wanted to be a good mother. And I think that it's quite hard when you have young children and you're trying to be everything, you know. And I think that I've grown into that now. I've grown into being a mother that I feel like I can take more control. And I've actually said, no, what I really want is I really want to be able to do everything, you know, really well. So obviously that doesn't always happen, but just to have a career that is able to really change the way things happen in the world is really, really important to me now. And also to be a really, really good mother to my children, and to, you know, to hopefully that they feel that they're really, really loved, and that they're really wanted and appreciated, and that their mother is, you know, is a strong woman that can also help impact the lives of a lot of other women around the world. And that's where I kind of, you've taken me from almost 50 years worth of history now.
Okay, amazing. So what are your hobbies?
What are my hobbies? My hobbies, I've got a dog, and my dog is not a hobby, but because of my dog, and he has taught me to really enjoy walking. And so now one of my favorite hobbies is walking a lot. So I do go for really long walks through the bush in Australia. I walk a lot next to the beach, next to the ocean. I spend a lot of time walking. I also really like jogging, actually, as an exercise. So that's quite a big hobby. And one hobby I've got two more hobbies that I really love. One hobby is I love, love, love personal development. So I just can't get enough of listening to all sorts of different experts and their books, and really, really just, I love taking all that sort of stuff in. So that's one. And then my probably other big hobby is technical, like creating different programs and softwares and putting together internet, like, you know, doing all lots of internet businesses and things like that. I love all of that stuff. I love the technical side. So I love kind of connecting on Facebook and social media, and I love sort of putting together ideas as an entrepreneur.
Okay, if I ever came to Sydney, which places I should visit?
Say that one again, please.
If I ever came to Sydney, which places I should visit?
If you ever come to Sydney?
Yeah, which places I should visit?
Well, Sydney itself isn't very big, really. It's so I think that you could see all of the places like the Opera House and the Harbour Bridge and all of the lovely. There's a beautiful, beautiful mountain range called the Blue Mountains, which is not far from Sydney. You can go to, which is just stunning. Although you have such beautiful places too. I've seen on some of the videos I've been watching, gorgeous in your country. But we have, beautiful mountains. You have to go and see some koalas and kangaroos. And you can go to some places in Australia, and not too far from Sydney, where you can see kangaroos just hopping around, you know, like up the road from where my mother lives. So that's quite fun. And also, of course, you have to go and see the famous beaches of Australia, famous beaches in Sydney. So where I live, which is a beach called Manly Beach, that's a lovely thing to do for the day. And also the famous Bondi Beach. I'm not sure if you've heard of that, but that's a beach that all the tourists seem to want to come to that beach.
Okay, that's really amazing. So, Kristy, you definitely have learned many lessons in your life. Can you share any three with us?
Many lessons. I think a lesson that I think is super, super important for women is to, no matter, and probably for men too, but I'm just very much about empowering women to you know, feel like they have control, you know, or, you know, at least relative control over their lives. So I think a big a big thing that I would say is to, no matter how you do it, and it could be through your own personal development learning, it could be through going to see some sort of counseling type thing, or it could be using a modality. Like there's plenty of great different things out there. But whatever it is, I don't care who it is and how you find it, but go and find someone to help you to really, really change your subconscious mind so that you actually believe down deep that you are good enough, that you are worth everything that you want to do. You are totally worth it, and you're totally able to do whatever it is that you wish to do. And we are so lucky now, where the time that we live in, with the internet and with the power of people, even because of COVID, the change in the world is like anything is possible, and anything could happen. So why don't you just make your dreams come true by believing in yourself? And if you don't believe in yourself, make that a priority to go and get to the bottom of why, because you can change that. You can change that for sure. So if you feel like you doubt yourself, just seek help and get to the bottom of why. And it's just a little thing, a little switch in your brain that changes and allows you to really make huge progress in your life if you believe that you're worth it. Yeah.
Okay, so what is success to you?
What does success mean? I would definitely say success means that I can help a lot of people. That's what I feel. I really feel being able to see the fruits of my labor, and it not just about me, and about all the people out there that can benefit from someone going ahead of them and just showing them that they can do what they want to do. So that would be major success for me. Yeah.
Okay. So here now I want to talk about your professional life, about women empowerment.
Mm-hmm.
Please explain your purpose, what you want to pursue.
Did you say to explain what I'm doing with women?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Sorry, the sound just cut off slightly. So, okay. So, what we are doing, or I say we, because it is really a very much a group effort. There's so many amazing women who are working with me, next to me, in front of me, and we're all doing this together. But the real thing that we're doing is helping women to believe that they have a choice and they have the ability to tap into the power of what we have in front of us, which is our telephone, our phone, the internet, Facebook, and that they can take control, take back control, or take a step in the right direction to change their future if that's what they want to do. And that sometimes is limited by them feeling they haven't got their own they haven't got the freedom of choice, perhaps because they don't have their own money, or they don't know how to change their circumstances because they've got their children and they've got their responsibilities, and they don't know how to change that. Well, I would like to share a way, a simple, very, very simple way, and a proven system that allows any woman to with a zero cost for them up front at all, to start to create an online income for themselves. Yeah.
Okay. How they can start online? Which platform you are? Yeah,
Which
please
platform?
continue.
So we really start everything that we have, that we start, is through our Facebook group. So our Facebook group,
Okay.
which is the Wealthy Women's Club, If you would like, Rabia, I would say that if anyone is interested after watching this video and they are watching this video that you have so kindly arranged, that they could potentially come back to you and ask you to invite them to the Facebook group personally, because we're quite protective of our group because we want the group to be really full of women who are very like-minded, and so that we have a really powerful group because we're all the same types of people when it comes to our mentality. So we're all positive, we all want to create change, we all want to get together as a group, and we think the power for us is in coming together as a group. So I would appreciate it if anyone's interested, they can just reach out to you personally and you can invite them to come and join us.
Okay, there are many other fields. Why you choose women empowerment?
What did you say then about women? Sorry?
There are many other fields. There are many other works to do. Why you choose women empowerment?
Why did I choose to empower women, do you mean?
Yeah, exactly.
It's a good question. I think, what do you mean, instead of a different career, or?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. I think that I realized that was the strength that I had, is to learn all of this stuff that I teach other women. And I just realized that I had a skill that was to be able to share that with other people, and that, I just felt a bit, I suppose, a bit frustrated that, more people don't know how to do this, and that it's simple and it doesn't need to be a big, complicated, expensive, time-consuming thing. And I am a woman, obviously, and I feel like I am empowered, and I want that for everybody, if they want that for themselves, of course. Yeah.
Okay, that's really amazing. So here I want to know how you spend your time during lockdown. What were your activities?
Sorry, just got to turn my phone off, which I thought I had. Sorry. Sorry, you're going to have to repeat that question. I'm sorry.
Okay. How you spend your time during lockdown?
How do I spend my time? During lockdown, we didn't have a very, very long period of time in Sydney, or where we are, that we were really, really in lockdown, because we were still allowed to go out and exercise. We were allowed to do walking, go to the beach a little bit, as long as we were careful. So I probably, because we had where I live, I live right near the water. So I just did a lot of that, took my dog for walks. My life didn't change very much, actually. The only difference for my life, I suppose, was that I had a lot of people in the house, whereas I was used to all the kids going to school and my husband going to work. And, I was normally by myself at home, and now all of a sudden I had a whole house full of people. So I used to have to go out a lot more than I used to. Yeah.
Okay. So where do you see yourself after 5 years from now?
In 5 years from now, we have got a program that is focused on helping 100,000 women around the world to have financial freedom, using a free program to get started to change their financial future and their future of their family and their own lives. And I believe that we have in 5 years, will have happened. Yeah.
Okay, that's very amazing. So what do you do when you get up early in the morning? So what's the first thing that you do?
Well, I am a little bit bad because I do not have a very good structured daily schedule. I know that is not a strong point of mine. I sort of am a bit more kind of like, I know what I need to get done, and I know it's all going to happen. It's just that I don't kind of wake up and every day is not the same. But because my children have to go to school at the same time every day, that is good, because that means I have to be up early. I normally go for a walk or for a run, 5 minutes before school, and then I go for a walk. And then I come back, and then I have a shower, and then I get the kids healthy food ready for school. I normally drive my children to school because I like to have a bit of chat with them in the morning and everything. And then I normally take my dog for a walk while I'm doing either personal development, listening to a book, or I do some phone calls while I'm walking and just out in nature. And then normally I have some jobs I need to be doing, as well as working on the businesses, my internet businesses.
Okay,
Yeah.
if we talk about personal development, how we can find the purpose of our life, why of our life?
Sorry, it did cut out a little bit. With personal development, what?
Okay, if we talk about personal development, how we can find why of life, purpose of our life?
Um, I am so sorry. I did not hear the last part of that question.
Okay, if we talk about personal development, how one can find why of their life, purpose of their life?
How can they find the purpose of their life, did you say? Okay,
Exactly.
sorry. Okay. Everybody, this is just, obviously I know that you understand that this is just my personal opinion on everything I have said.
Okay.
I never want to act as though I know everything, that's for darn sure. I certainly know very little compared to what I would love to know. So I can just share what I have found so far. But I believe that everybody gets to a point in their life, and this evolves as you get older and as you go through different phases. But we get to a point where we're not happy with where we're at, and we decide that we want to change that. So that's kind of how it happened for me. So I was working. I used to love working in this, and then I decided, you know what, it's not really working for me anymore. I don't want to do that anymore. My focus is now my children. And so then I changed, and I wanted to become a better mother, and I wanted to not have a temper, and I wanted to make sure that my children had this, nurtured relationship with me, etc. So then I learned more about parenting, and then I realized that I wanted to learn more about learning how to make an online income. So then I started learning all about that. So I just kind of think you go through different phases depending on where you feel like you're at the time. But I still do think that it all boils down to believing that it's possible for you, and that is probably where it starts. Just don't think that you can't do it because of your situation, because there's no reason why you can't have everything that you want. I don't believe. I really don't. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So, Kristy, as you know, we have very limited time here. So, what's the last message that you want to give our viewers?
I feel extremely thankful and grateful to obviously Rehan for introducing us, but also to you for being such a fantastic role model for other women. And it's so just, amazing to have the ability to be able to talk to you. And I really am grateful to you for can't even speak, interviewing me. And I hope that women out there listening may just realize that they have they can change. If they're not happy with something, that they can change it, and that they're worth doing that. It's worth it.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much for your time, for sharing your all experiences with us. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Rabia.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Okay, bye. Bye.
Okay, viewers, now here Kristy was with us and she was sharing all experiences, and it was really amazing. She's really such an amazing lady. So, thank you so much for watching us. Thank you so much.